Good morning, everybody. Cap Nation Live. Tuesday Mac Action Edition. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have everybody tuning in. Ready to rock, ready to roll. Almost 100 people waiting for the show to go on. What's going on, everybody? Dennis, 17 Clipper, Jermaine Reed, Joe, Daniel Lambert, Ross Pitts, Brad, Jay Shep, Jermel, Yo Schmig, what's going on, everybody? Jeff D, Cody, Marcola, Hawkeye Hustler, Pat, good morning. Nina Lee, good morning. Leeser, good morning. Marley Carter, good morning. Michael B, good morning. Jeremiah, Rory, good morning. Swazi Iffy, good morning. Pulled an all-nighter looking for a PS5. That sounds rough. Max, good morning. Katie Lee, good morning. Nathan, good morning. Lance, good morning. Jay Hugh, good morning. Marvin N, good morning. Lorenzo, good morning. Neverez, good morning. Reaper Creeper, good morning. Where's Kyle? He's here. He's here. Mr. Bayer, good morning. Brad in Australia, good morning. Seth, good morning. Ty Clinton, good morning. Nathan, good morning. Joe D, good morning. Mr. Watson, good morning. Josh, good morning. Allie's View, good morning. Rookie MVP, Last of a Dying Breed, good morning. Joel, good morning. Eternal, good morning. Lance, good morning. Big Buddy, what it do? Good morning. Calvin, good morning. Joe C, good morning. Kenon, good morning. Alex, good morning. Absolutely. College Football Game of the Year put out by the company tomorrow. Prantia, good morning. 2011, good morning. Jeremy, good morning. YC Mike P, good morning. Glenn W in the house, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Glad to have everybody tuning in. Rodney, good morning. Rodney, that's a dumb question. I know I always say the only dumb question is the one that you don't ask. First of all, there's no guarantee with it. It's a game of the year. It's a one-off. And it's called a game of the year for a reason. So to ask me how much I believe in it, no offense, but that, and no disrespect, asking me how much confidence we have in a game of the year, that's a dumb question. You've been with me long enough to know, getting my personal plays and our guaranteed games and whatnot. There's a reason why it's called Game of the Year for a reason. So I make an exception to the rule of there is no dumb questions. If the only dumb question is the one you don't the one you don't ask. Asking us how much confidence we have in a game of the year, I think that's the only one. But good morning to you, Rodney. Yo Schmig in the house. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Simon, good morning. Brian, yes. There most certainly, more than likely, will be. I was hoping to know a little more about it yesterday, but I should know later today. Sly, good morning. Sly, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Spicy this morning. Just kidding, I'm not spicy. Alex, hopefully at some point later today, late afternoon, early evening, King Parlay, the company's college football game of the year is tomorrow. The college football game of the year is tomorrow. It is not today, it is tomorrow. Hey. First of all, it's not a guaranteed Wednesday, all right? It's not a guaranteed Wednesday. It's a game of the year. It's a special one-off. Kind of hard to put a guarantee on a game of the year. Guaranteed to win, or let me make you wait, right? Yeah, Brian, they definitely were. It's not a team total or a quarter bet. It's a full game. We have never given out. There's never been a guaranteed Saturday. There's never been a game of the week. There's never been a Sunday NFL guaranteed play. There's never been a game of the year that has ever been a first quarter bet or a total, or first quarter bet or a halftime bet or anything like that. But it is tomorrow. Mark, they're $50 when we do a game of the year. They're $50 when we do a game of the year. And they're a lot of fun. Johnny K wants to know, where's the guy who said he never loses and you will see Chicago will win last night, blah, 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 blah. Right? Personal or premium plays? I don't know what you mean, Nina. The game of the year is not a premium play or a personal play. Jeremiah, we always get thumbs downs. Always. It's flattering. It means you're doing something right when you haven't even been live for 10 minutes and you get a thumbs down. Henry's got his hammer out already. Absolutely. Jay Johnson, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Glad at least, premium plays were on the Vikings yesterday. Joe Free says haters, haters, haters. We always have them. We always have them. Seth says thumbs down daily until I get my turkey fryer. Hey, all you got to do is go to Amazon.com or open up the Amazon app, Seth, and you too. You too. Nina says, which 3 days should I buy this week? What you're asking? Either one will treat you fine. Premium plates will treat you just fine. The difference is premium plays are just me, myself, and I text them out. So you usually get them a little later in the day, whereas premium plays are faster to be posted than what my digits can text, since the list is fairly long. So either one will treat you just fine. And thank you for the frozen screen, guys. I appreciate that. But either one will treat you just fine, premium or personal. The way we operate in the guarantee and all that is exactly the same no matter which one you choose to do. So both will treat you just fine. That I promise. Both will treat you just fine. And let me tell you, it's going to be a good day today. It's going to be a good day today. That is for sure. Every day we have Cappers Nation is a good day. And I am pumped. I am pumped for this entire week, let me tell you. This entire week's going to be fun. The fact that we get a game of the year thrown in the mix is just an added bonus to make even more money. It's just an added bonus to make even more money. Which makes it fun to me. Because making money is fun, and if you're not making money, chances are you're probably not enjoying things or having fun. So that's my goal for you guys, is to make sure you guys are all having fun. In Game of the Years, let me tell you, they're fun. Unfortunately, we got to wait until tomorrow. For Game of the Year. Tan, Game of the Year included in the weekly package. No, they're separate. They are separate. Nathan says, fade me, see how it works out for your t-shirt. Right? I need to. I probably need to. We probably need to. Congrats to everybody that follows me on Twitter. We put out a nice free play yesterday on Twitter at the half on the Vikings. Yeah, everybody in the NFL already knew about that story, though, about Antonio Brown. It's just the media blowing it out of proportion because they have nothing else to talk about. Speaking of Twitter, there's a direct link to my Twitter. If you don't follow me, you should. You never know, I might have a halftime bet. Nothing's changed, James. Put out a play, I've already bet it. Nothing's changed. Armando, you joined 3 days ago. You joined the 3 days premium. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you for joining, Armando. Thank you. I have actually gone through the sales yet, but I know there's been an absolute shit ton of them because of the Game of the Year, so I haven't cycled through them. I see Marvin, you signed up for 3 days of my personal plays as well. Brashard, you jumped on board 3 days of premium plays. Very nice, very nice. Armando, I see yours right there as well. Thank you for jumping on board 3 days of premium plays. You did it. Did it almost 2 hours ago. Thank you. They'll be posted here in a little bit. Hugh Johnson, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Jay Hugh, USA was on fire. Jay Shepard, we bet in the house on the Game of the Year. You know, I definitely bring the house for a Game of the Year. No doubt about it, no exception. That is a fact. But always remember, guys, no matter what happens, anything can and will happen. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yo, John says, oh shit, Ron Cal. Well, make sure you give us a thumbs up on both, will you? You know, anything can and will happen. So always just remember that. All right? Don't go put your last dollar on it. D-Wade says, rough day yesterday. Well, 1 and 2 day. 1 and 2 day for myself, or 1 and 2 day for premium plays. If that's going to be a rough day, I'll drop a game. I'll drop a game and some juice. No big deal. If that's going to be the rough day of the week, Edward, good morning. Oh, I forgot. Yo Johnson is Edward. I forgot. I knew that name sounded familiar. Mike says, Kyle, now that's a ticket I'd love to see when you bet it. I will have it spread out among many books, that's for sure. You go and you pop one book big, and it doesn't matter if it's offshore or where. You'll definitely move the line, and that's not what I'm trying to do once we post it. So I'll have it spread out, excuse me, amongst books, to say the least. To say the least, we'll have it nicely spread out which is what I always recommend. Back in the day, it used to be for a little clout. I'd go drop 100K on a game, and I'd rather have 25K tickets, which is a lot of work. Not to say I'm putting 100 on it, but if I was, I'd have a lot of small tickets versus the one big one. A lot of scrutiny, a lot of eyes, a lot of scrutiny when you start dropping big money straight on one game. I'd rather spread it out. That's for sure. But yeah, it'll be an impressive one. It'll be an impressive total bet amount. Yeah, D-Wade, you went 1 and 2 on premium plays and 1 and 2 on my personal plays. You dropped a game on each. Treat them differently because they are different. King Parlay, what's the difference between my premium plays and my personal plays? A lot. First of all, premium plays you get on the website. Premium plays are put out by myself as well as everybody here at the company. Everybody's got a say in it. Whereas my personal plays are me, myself, and I. Nobody's got a say in my personal plays. Nobody. And I text them out. So both will treat you right. Premium plays technically are, if you ask the company, are the biggest daily plays that we have. Technically speaking. But both will treat you right. Doesn't matter if you're on my personal plays or the premium plays. You can't go wrong. You really can't. Either one can't go wrong. Joe D says, and this is a good question. Do you bet the game of the year right away or do I wait? Just depends on the line. If I think the line is going to go up, obviously we bet right away. If I'm expecting the line to drop, which sometimes we are, or if I'm expecting it to go down because of a reverse line movement or whatever the case may be, then I'll wait. But I have no problem, and just like we did for the Raiders game, I had no problem, making sure that they added it to the website to wait as long as you could, even though, when we put it out, it was -3.5, but we were betting it at 3. But if you wait, you will see it at 3. And sure enough, the line closed at 3 because we were expecting some big bets to come in on the other side. So it just all depends on, on the line and where the money's flowing at the time that we release it. Mike Brown, game of the year is tomorrow. College football. The company's college football game of the year is tomorrow. Tomorrow. I think that's a song, right? I love you tomorrow. Elieser's having plenty of fun. That's because you're winning. That's because you're making that money. Nathan wants to know, does anybody use BetOnline? I do. They are a paying sponsor of ours, but I do. I did a cash out live this last Saturday for everybody to show everybody how fast and easy it is. And let me tell you, it's fast and easy. Michael, if you're watching, I took care of your account for you. Chris Rivera says tomorrow's just a day away. Armando, game of the year is only $50, brother. Game of the year is just $50. We've always done them at $50, and it's definitely something I'm proud that they keep at $50, because let me tell you, they definitely could raise the prices, that's for sure. I mean, they were talking at one point about raising them up, but give me 1 second. Dana, I saw your email. I just replied to it. Edward says, guess it'll be soccer this holiday season. No, we'll still have sports. Nothing's getting shut down. Bob Smith, very welcome. And again, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you should. You should put out a nice free play on the Vikings yesterday, and we'll continue to have some fun doing that. We'll still have sports, don't you worry. But hey, even if it was soccer, still a lot of fun. We still made a shit ton of money. Thank you, Jay Johnson. Yeah, he should have got it to Jimmy Graham at one point. He had plenty of opportunities. And he never did. That's the crazy thing. Enrique says you made $1,000 on the USA game. Very nice. Marvin, thank you. I saw that. Once I get them out, I will make sure you get back on the list, and I'll send them to you as well. Reading through some of the comments. Don't know what that last comment was that you retracted, Nathan. I didn't see it. I saw part of it. But yeah, free plays yesterday, 2-1. Two and one on free plays. What's happening with the Ravens this year? The Ravens are the Ravens. The Ravens are the Ravens. All right, there is soccer today. Full slate of games today. Not like this weekend, obviously, but there's definitely some soccer going on today. Full slate of games getting ready to start at the 9 o'clock hour. Some under 21 action for the Young Bucks. We've made some great money betting those. The Belarus and Nicaraguan under 21, if you guys remember during COVID. Japan and Mexico facing off a little bit later today. Big A&T said $100 on the Bears, doubled back, put $300 on the Vikings. Very welcome. Reading through the comments. You know, Christopher, I did. Dylan, would it be worth the risk to parlay your game of the year with each other individual game I like? No, I think you'd be better off just betting the game of the year bigger. Hull City and Grimsby, I did take a look at, the 10:30 game. As well as the Northampton game, I did take a look at both of those. I didn't like the latter of the two games. The Hull City game intrigued me a little bit when I started taking a look at it. And we're talking England soccer here for people that don't know. Sportsbook shut down tomorrow. I don't know of a sportsbook that shuts down tomorrow. If your sportsbook shuts down tomorrow, you need a new one. That's for sure. Give me one quick second. One quick second. But I do lean towards Hull City, Christopher, out of the two. Not a big, by any means, not a big one. I mean, I know they're laying $1.93 on the money line. Laying one was minus $1.13, I believe, if I remember correctly. Mike Brown, you go to the casino in Michigan. Time to open up. Glad I'm killing you there, Jay Johnson. Mike Brown, time to open up offshore, it sounds. It sounds like it's time to open up a good offshore. Give me one quick second, folks. I do expect some money to be put on it. That line will probably go up, Chris. That line will probably go up. Ethiopia and South Korea were good to you this morning. Very nice. I had my eye on South Korea. I never pulled the trigger, though. I never pulled the trigger. Should have. Should have. One quick second, folks. One quick second. Winston, thank you. Yeah, game of the year will be... Wow. Funny, Chris, I just tried to bet it, and they had me limited to 250. That's a pain in the ass. When you've been cleaning up on soccer, they start making it harder for you. I mean, you could do the rebet feature on Bet Online, but the odds will continuously change. Alrighty. Never as you do, that you do. That you do. I don't know if it's just my account. I did notice that the live wagering, where I go to find the third quarter totals, if you don't pre-bet the third quarter, my limits were dropped to 100, whereas it was 250 and I could rebet it. If I want to do 1,000, I just rebet it 4 times. Reaper Creeper is out. You know, I haven't been limited. It could just be a circled game. You know, they're minus 193 on the money line. It's a big, English soccer favorite. It could just be... It could just very well not be me. And granted... So we'll see. Alex says you took the Vikings laying 5.5 last night. Just need Kent State as a pick tonight and Tulsa as a pick on Thursday. What do you think, bro? I don't know. Tulsa game is going to be a good one. Tulsa game against Tulane will be a good one. If you guys are using an offshore, you guys should be all using Bitcoin by now. You should all be using Bitcoin by now. That's for sure. FanDuel outage fee. I'll be honest. I got a lot of clients that have used FanDuel. I don't hear too many positive things about it. Seth, as far as the Bet Online promo, just go to our website, because YouTube is very finicky about what we're allowed to talk about and not talk about. So just go to our website and, excuse me, the very top of the page, it's right up there for you. It's right up there for you exactly. It just tells you step by step what to do. All right, so Nathan says, I don't understand Bitcoin, rather have solid gold, maybe like a pirate. Nothing better than Bitcoin, let me tell you. Bitcoin is definitely the way of the future. Bitcoin is definitely the way of the future. A lot of big spreads today. A lot of big spreads today. No doubt about it. Give me one quick second. Alrighty. How do you use Bitcoin? How do you use American dollars? Stuart, thank you. Thank you. Glad to have you back. Glad to have you back. How do I use Bitcoin? There's plenty of apps to use Bitcoin. I've got a video on our website. I'll find the link and I'll post it. It's been posted on Twitter on how to deposit using Bitcoin. It's very easy. Brandon, good morning. You can big ass redwoods. It's a small play. It's not a big premium play or anything like that. Big A&T, it's not out yet. Jay Johnson, chill out, Kyle. I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty chill. Just hanging out. Just hanging out. Hanging out and have a grand old time. Bitcoin, just link it to your bank account. No, you can't transfer Bitcoin into your bank account. You can sell it and then transfer the proceeds, the money from it. Bitcoin's like buying gold or buying a stock. The value goes up and the value goes down. Cryptocurrency is no different than buying any commodity or any stock. Yeah, Cody, you can purchase it now. Andrew, is your game of the year your biggest play? It'll be one of them. Be one of them. That's for sure. When the company puts out a game of the year, or myself, this one is the company's game of the year. When we put a game of the year out, I am eyeing one, but it's much later in the college football season. So if I have one, it'll be later in the year. I don't always put one out. I did put one out last year as well as the company. But again, we're undefeated on them. Alex Smith, I'm sure there's other ways. I'm sure they'll mail you a check or whatever. Just go to their website and click on the cashier button and go take a look. I only get Bitcoin. That's because I can have Bitcoin. I can receive Bitcoin in minutes, sell it, transfer it to my bank account within seconds. So literally in minutes, I can have it in my bank account ready to use. Why you would want to use anything else and wait for them to process it and mail you a check is beyond me. Marcola, no, we've never lost a game of the year or UFC fight pick of the year. Max, can you buy it with PayPal? Not on the website, no. LT, I saw your text this morning, but I was running a tad bit late. And I need to get you my address as well. Game of the year is tomorrow, just so everybody knows. Game of the year is tomorrow. And cutoff tomorrow will be 7 p.m. Eastern time because the games all start at 7. Mauricio, no, it's not posted yet. I know the plan for it to be posted is supposed to be, the plan was supposed to be later today. Later today, that's the plan. That's the tentative plan. But obviously, based on line movements and stuff of that nature, plans change. And if we expect the line to be dropping anything significant, obviously we'll hold it back and we'll wait a little bit. That way, everybody's able to get a better line. But the plan was for it to get posted later today. That's the plan. Hopefully, I'm not opposed if they want to, if the line drops, even better on what it will be. But yeah, it'll be out more than likely later today. You guys will have an opportunity to early bet it. Fantastic. Corey, can I pay for a parlay pick? We don't sell parlays. Why you guys would want to have a casino, either FanDuel or an offshore, send you a check when there's other ways to have that money in your pocket immediately? It's beyond me. Jay Hughes says NBA is back soon. I can't wait. I can't wait. Can't wait. For instance, this last Sunday, I did a cash out while we were live in the morning. Cash out $1,000. It took 1 minute for Bet Online to cash out. Send me it. Within 1 minute, it was already shown in my Atomic wallet. I could have sold it and done an electronic transfer. I could have had it sent to my Cash App and had done an electronic transfer to my bank account within seconds. So within 2 minutes, I could have had that money in my bank account if needed. But nope. Some people still want checks. Why? Beyond me, but how you guys bank and handle your money is your own thing. But, when it comes to cash outs, give me that shit the fastest possible way. I don't care if there's fees attached to it. I drive a truck, I got a Jeep. There's fees attached to driving that. Hell, my tires cost about $3,000 to replace on my Jeep. I have 40-inch tires. If you guys drive, you do oil changes, right? You do fill it up with gasoline, change your brakes, right? Or at least pay to somebody to do it. It's cost of driving, cost of doing business. No, Scott, I never came home with balloons in my nose. I came home with nothing. Although I feel like I'm getting a sinus infection now, which is crazy. Edward says, yeah, maybe you got money 10 days from now. Nathan says constant maintenance cost. That's cost of, driving an automobile. No different than treat your sports betting like a business. You still get expenses with a business. Any business has got expenses, so. Absolutely. People definitely need to get comfortable with Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency, let's be honest, it's definitely the way of the future. Cryptocurrency is definitely the way of the future, no doubt about it. Edward says nothing worse than a boat, right? Nathan Clareton. Oh, absolutely. Well, I just had sinus surgery, so. Mike, what was the fee for a $1,000 cash out? $0. Rory, I was on antibiotics, which would make getting a sinus infection, I think, nearly impossible. When you do a cash out by Bitcoin, it's free. There's no fee to it. When you deposit, there's no fee other than what it costs you to buy it. Lamont, good morning. Longshot says the best kind of boat is your buddy's boat. Well, I got two. That's funny. Joseph, I never said if I liked the over Buffalo over 44.5 or not. Yeah, Edward, antibiotics definitely rough. Yeah, you pay fees when you purchase Bitcoin. You pay fees when you pay mining fees when you send it, but they're very small. Marley says, yeah, thumbs up should be an automatic once you get on. Great content. Thank you. I appreciate that. Rupert Creeper, I don't know if the SBA looks at small businesses or looks at gambling as a small business. That I don't know. I'm sure if you're a professional sports bettor and you have it tailored as a company and you pay taxes on it, yeah, it's a business. You can open up in the state of Nevada. You can start a mutual fund for sports betting. It's legal in the state of Nevada. A lot of loopholes and regulations to go through, but yeah, you can start a sports betting mutual fund in the state of Nevada. Which I was approached about not too long ago, which was kind of crazy. Asking my opinion and whatnot on it. Jeremiah says, yeah, there's only 62 thumbs up. Yeah, you know, give me one quick second. Okay. Glenn W. says a boat is a hole in the ocean surrounded by fiberglass that you throw money in. That is true. Maintenance on my boats are very expensive. Matter of fact, one of my boats, my fishing boat, is at the boat dealer right now. Is at the boat dealer getting what the carpet guy screwed up. So Edward will appreciate this because, you know, I know he's a boat owner. So my little fishing boat, the one that I was at Havasu with that I filmed the live show out of, my little Triton aluminum boat, I had the carpet and seats and a new cover redone. Well, the carpet people took apart the shifter so that they can carpet, around the shifter. Well, they put the shifter back together incorrectly, so I went to go use the boat last week. Thank God I checked everything before we even left, because they had it, when they put it back together, I couldn't get that sucker in reverse. So I had to drop the boat off the boat dealer, so that way he can put the shifter on correctly. But boats, yeah, break out another 1,000. That's what the real meaning of a boat is. B-O-A-T, break out another 1,000. Does PayPal accept Bitcoin already? I know there was talk about it, and I know that PayPal and Venmo were getting Bitcoin. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet on there. Or at least I haven't found a way to, I haven't seen it. Curious to know if Bitcoin is actually on there yet. Tan, thank you for jumping on board the game of the year for tomorrow. Cash App has it. I don't think it's on. I don't think it's on PayPal. Oh, PayPal is selling? Oh, wow. That's awesome. Where do you go inside PayPal out of curiosity? Where do you go to purchase it? Out of curiosity, on PayPal. Glockman says, looks like it's on there today. I don't see it. Hello. Thank you for joining us. I can't read your name, but welcome. Big Ant, you can buy and hold it, but you can't sell it yet. Or you can't transfer it to a wallet. Gotcha. Which is weird because I don't have a crypto spot yet. I wonder if that's not available to business accounts yet. Wallet, money, bank cards, transfer money, business, debit, credit. Huh. Hopefully soon. Tan, will I have a game of the week? Yeah, we have. Here's James, you have to sign up for it? Okay, I gotcha. I'll go back in, I'll take a look for that. Here's how the weekly schedule is going to go. Here's how the weekly schedule is going to roll. Hi, how? H-A-O. I don't know how to pronounce that if I'm saying it correctly, but that's hi, how are you in Chinese? Ni hao? Ni ho? Download the PayPal wallet. Okay, thank you, Big NT. I'll definitely take a look at it. Definitely take a look at it. I mean, I can't imagine I'll use much PayPal for Bitcoin because I have so many other wallets. Do I ever cover European basketball? Usually not, Icy Boys. Usually not. All right, so what we've got planned today. 2 MAC action games today. Carlos, good morning. But before we jump into the game day breakdowns, because that's where we're going to go to right now. We'll do the breakdowns, but before we get to the breakdowns, this week's schedule, because I know there's a little confusion when it comes to this week's schedule and our big games. So for everybody that doesn't know, tomorrow we have the company's college football game of the year. Tomorrow is the company's college football game of the year. Thursday, I have my game of the week. Okay? Thursday is my game of the week. So tomorrow we have the college football game of the year for the company. Thursday, I have my game of the week. Saturday will be guaranteed Saturday, and if you were on that last year, you'll get that in your account. And then Sunday will be the NFL Sunday guaranteed game. Okay, so that's the schedule for the rest of the week. Kevin, thanks for jumping on board. I see you jumped on board for 3 days of my personal plays as well as the college football game of the year tomorrow. Ivan, I don't know anything about it, to be honest, about that one. I probably should have Seth, I saw your email come through, but the attachments were not there for the screenshots for the BetOnline promo. Neverez, what's my favorite wallet? Atomic Wallet. Ernesto, me too, brother. Me too. Very excited for the game of the year tomorrow. Very excited. Nothing like being able to go drop some big money on a Wednesday. Hump day. I need to get us a soundboard, that's for sure. We could have some fun. Nicholas, you missed the boat talk. Brother, we could talk about boats all day long. Super Ego Coinbase makes you wait 5 days. That's only if you're using a bank account. If you use a credit or debt, or if you're using a debit card, you get access to it instantly. Lance says, when did this turn into a crypto chat? We're trying to sports bet, guys. Well, Lance, it was probably a good thing that you weren't here last Tuesday when we spent an hour and a half talking about air fryers. Adrian, there's no hurrying me up. If you don't like the pace that we're at, feel free to go over to SBR, brother. All right? In a 30-minute show, they'll give you, both games side and total twice. Willie Jones says, what's the big game for tomorrow? My first time on YouTube. I did subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Our big game for tomorrow, well, that'd be the game of the year. You'd have to purchase that one to get access to that one. And it doesn't matter if it's not sportsbook, sports betting related. You guys forget there's a barbershop pull over there, right? You guys forget there's a barbershop pull over there. This is the barbershop of sports betting. We can talk about anything we want. and about the only subjects we don't talk about: who you bet on, or not who you bet on, who you voted for, who you pray to, and how much money's in your bank account or not in your bank account. Other than that, do I cover tennis? I don't. I've bet in some tennis, given to me by some people. Jeremiah says, new guys, Kyle, they don't know we talk about air fryers and turkeys, right? Adrian, you take too long. Okay, well, here. All right? Here. All right? We'll do it for you. All right? There you go. We'll put you in timeout. Edward, I'd be willing to bet they probably didn't even bet 5% of that. They probably weren't even at 5%. William tuning in via text message. Thank you. All right, Seth, I see some attachments coming in now. I will definitely get you taken care of, Seth. Can I do a backflip? No, can't do a backflip. Mike Smith. David, what's going on, my brother? Josh says toodaloo. Edward, you were very generous saying that they actually bet 5%. Patrick T, who did we have winning yesterday? Bears or the Vikings? We took the Vikings. I also gave out the Vikings second half for free on my Twitter for everybody that follows me on Twitter. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, which I think 9 of you from the live chat this morning have, Robert, Hector, Todd, Travis, Michael B, Bolsa Playa. You guys all followed me on Twitter, which thank you as well. Here's a direct link to my Twitter. King Parlay says, just purchased a game of the year. Let's go. Absolutely. And what we'll do is we will email everybody that purchases it, letting you guys know that it's purchased. We'll email you. I'll post it on Twitter. I'm sure the company will post it on Twitter. It'll be posted on the YouTube community page. It'll go out everywhere where we post, letting you guys know that it's posted. Now, I'm anticipating the game being posted either later on this afternoon, like late afternoon, early evening, or possibly if it's not posted by if it's not posted by early evening, then it'll be posted early in the morning. But I anticipate it to be posted. The plan is for it to be posted later on this afternoon. Reaper Creeper, now you have a life ban? Well, just go create another one. Eliezer says, I actually purchased a pick from another service in the past. They sold me a guaranteed play and made a free play video favoring the other side. We can probably guess who ghostly service that was. Patrick T says, I faded your free pick on the over yesterday. You can't win them all. Fantastic. Let me know how that works out for you long term. Every dog has its day. I'm glad you found a bone yesterday, Patrick. Glad you found a bone. Edward says you don't even need an account. You don't. You definitely don't. Need an account to view what we post on Twitter. Thank you, David. Thank you, my brother. I know you've been with me a very long time. Reaper Creeper, my account is not private, so you can still view on a browser. And your IP address on your cell phone changes every time you go to a new area, so you could always get back on. Glenn W. says, air fryer raffle forthcoming. An air fryer raffle would be cool. But on a Leeser's note, Ernie says he loves the show. I know there was another comment I needed to go back and read as well. Murphy's Law, about the fourth video I've seen this week and the first one I go to see live. Love the content, much more reliable and down to earth than the other BS out there. Thank you. I appreciate that, Murphy's Law. You know, one thing that we try and do, you know, here differently is the live chat will always remain an upbeat, positive atmosphere. It doesn't matter how big we get. It doesn't matter if there's, 200 people here. Hell, just a couple weeks ago, there was a couple days where we were at like 800 people in the live chat, which was kind of crazy. I don't care if it was 8,000 or 80,000. Well, actually, I would care. I'd love it. If I got to hire people in to single out the comments that I need to see and reply to for questions, I would. One thing that we will never change, we will never change the down-to-earth atmosphere of the live chat, the interactive live chat. But we will never change that, so I appreciate the comments. And it'll be a fun time. It'll always be a fun time and a fun atmosphere. None of the bullshit, none of the drama of the other places, none of the hate. Sorry, baseball day. This is not a dating service. But yeah, lots of women frequent our live chat for sports betting knowledge. Josh is making the switch to Bet Online. Thanks to you. I've been driving 20 minutes to the casino every time. Bitcoin for the win. And here's the thing. Here's the thing with going to the casino. Going to the casino is nice because at the end of the day, you got cash in your hand. But when you can go a place like Bet Online, you can get a cash out within a minute. Hell, even if it took you 20 minutes to get a cash out. Even if it takes you 20 minutes to get a cash out, 2 minutes to sell it and transfer it back to your bank account. That's still faster than getting in your car, driving to the casino, parking, walking in, cashing that ticket, walking out, getting in that car, driving home, stopping for gas, and then going back home. And if you got to put the money in the bank account, stopping at the bank on your way home as well. So it's actually a game changer. I can do all of that while sitting in my underwear on my couch or in my bed. And I didn't have to drive to go do it. Mike Smith, great question. Says, Kyle, any thought on why the chat soared to 700 to 800 people for those couple of days and then settled back down? Does it have to do with the video trending? How can we help get it back up there? Most definitely, it was definitely trending. I noticed, and I don't know if it's the same way. The more user interactions we get, the more it'll show up in somebody's live chat box. Or I'm not live chat box, recommended video box. It'll show up on the front page of YouTube. It'll show up higher in the search rankings. But one thing that was happening is it was showing up in the recommended video section of the Pat McAfee show because he was live at the exact same time as us or during the same time as us. So that's why we were always starting out, the normal 100 to 200, and then all of a sudden later towards the end of the show, it would start peaking towards that 3-hour mark because he started to go live and it would show in the recommended videos when he streams on YouTube. So I think he streams in a half hour, and that's generally when our views start to go up. It was definitely the highest ever, and that was it was a Monday Night Football as well. Robbie, Bet Online, I just did a cash out on the live show. It took me 1 minute. Took me 1 minute. Jeremiah, nobody pisses me off. The clowns, the people, the haters, nobody pisses me off. I mean, it's a gambling business. You gotta be thick-skinned. Bob Smith, do I like Pat or not a fan? I like him. I actually like the content that he puts out. Chris, absolutely start gravitating towards the Baccarat, the slot machines. Patrick T. Do I read my DMs on Twitter? I do. I do. Do we collab? Do we collaborate with who? With you? With another service? But yeah, I do like Pat and the content that he puts out. 100%. He's actually probably one of the only radio shows or satellite shows that I actually enjoy watching about sports betting. And of course, we run a business. Of course, we check our DMs. Doesn't even matter if you're not a paying customer. I still reply. Now, the people that email me or DM me asking me for free paid plays, I promise you, here's the newest one. I promise you if I win, I promise you if I win, I will send you a nice gift. $, $. Those I usually still leave in the message request folder. Yeah, Scott, I haven't heard anything happen to him. Chris Rivera says nobody should be allowed to represent the NFC East, and I'm a Giants fan. You know, you're all good. You're all good, Justice. I don't know what happened to him, to be honest, or if something happened to him. I know he's still around. I talk to him every now and then. I see him on Twitter daily, so he's still around, Scott. $17 Clipper said you'd be lucky to get $1 out of that, right? Mike, you know, when I worked in the sales room, that was one of my favorite lines when people were like, you know, I'll pay you tomorrow. I'll gladly, pay you Tuesday for the hamburger today, right? Last time I checked, when I ordered the Cheesecake Factory on Sunday, they didn't let me pay for it on Monday. Consensus plays are our smallest plays that we offer. They're posted a few times throughout the week. Tony, when will we post the game of the year? Well, I won't post it because I don't do it, but the company does. And when the company does, it'll be more than likely later on this afternoon. Later on this afternoon is when it should be posted. Okay? Hopefully. That's the plan, is later on this evening. Actually, I say afternoon, but it's more like evening on the West Coast. It's more like evening on the West Coast. Mike Smith says gamblers usually don't do well with IOUs. Joe Young, what do you purchase today for the college football picks? You'd purchase either my personal plays or the premium plays. Personal plays or premium plays is what you'd want to purchase. Here's a direct link to it. Reaper Creeper, is the game of the year a guaranteed pick? Well, there's nothing to put a guarantee on it with. Okay, it's a one-off game. We've never lost one. It's just a one-off big game. But, I mean, what am I going to do? Guarantee that you win or make you wait a whole 360-something days until the very next one? You know? So, and if they were to attach a guarantee to it, they would raise the price from $50. If they were to put some type of guarantee on the game of the week, or game of the year, excuse me, like I do on my game of the week, you'd be paying probably along the lines of $500. So there was actually talk last year about raising them because they used to always be $500. Years ago, they were always $500 for a game of the year. And when I did the YouTube thing, I said, hey, let me put it on YouTube. Let me try it one time for, $50. $50. And the response was great. But yeah, if they attached a guarantee to it, your mom, I don't trust your picks, buddy. You cost me. Well, I guarantee that's a lie. I guarantee that's a lie. Murphy's Law, our game of the year is only $50. Scott, the upside down pineapple cake cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory, that is gone. I polished it off last night. Even the maraschino cherry was acquired as well. Aaron, good morning. Exactly. The question of the day by Edward. So why are you here? Your mom. That's the big question of the day. And that's one thing that, you guys will have to understand. Justice, yeah, the game of the year is only $50. The game of the year, all our game of the years, we've always done them since we started doing YouTube, 3 years ago? Only $50. Joe Young, can I tell you what your picks for today's college football picks, and if you get them right, I'll buy you game of the year? No. But we will go over the games. We'll break them down. I'll get you guys on a free play. If you want another free play, feel free to go watch our daily free play video. Yeah, he's definitely trolling. Just say adios. We don't got time for that. Mike says, Kyle motivates me to see the games better. Thank you. Jeff D says, just wow, these losers come in here and hate. Exactly. Travis, I'll be honest, I don't like Twitter either. I'm not a big fan of the social medias. All right, so on that note, we're going to have a little fun. We are going to have a little fun. Where's my buddy Arun? Where are you, brother? I know you're probably watching, and you will get a kick out of this because you tell me how much this video cracks you up. So we're going to play a short little 16-second video, and then I will be back with the start of your Mac Action breakdowns. All right, we're going to have fun, and we're going to make some money. So stand by to stand by. Jeff D says, oh, you already know it, brother. You already know it. Joe Young, in your free pick video, you didn't even pick anything. No, I 100% gave out a free play in the daily free play video. Watch the whole video. If you can't find it and you can't hear it, you didn't watch the whole video. Justice says, why is there so much hate? Kyle is a great guy. Why so much angry? If you don't like his picks, keep your mouth shut and move on. Who raised these people? You know, here's the thing, Justice. First of all, Scott says, even the haters want to hear what you have to say. Howard Stern made a living from this. Howard Stern made a great living. If you guys want to compare me on the hater path of Howard Stern, I'm all for that one. Duke says, these guys blow my mind. Here's the thing. We know most of them come from other services. You know what I mean? We know most of them come from other services. We've already proven that. Shannon, good morning. Thank you for joining us. So, on that note, let's have some fun, and then we're going to start the game day breakdowns, all right? So here we go, without further ado. And we're back. We're back. We're ready for a little Mac Action Tuesday. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to have a lot of fun and make some money. And that video cracks me up. And no, that was not made for anybody in particular, but I thought it was great timing. Jeff says, the videos are awesome. Seth says, gotta hate clowns. Well, there's a few of them out there on YouTube. Let me tell you. All right. So, with that being said, let's have some fun. Justice says, also, can I get on the payroll to leave comments like the gentleman stated yesterday, right? Slide says, Kyle's craving a Big Mac with extra Big Mac sauce. Is that a sign of a winning day in the Mac? We love the Mac. We love the Mac. Good morning, Kyle. You've been on fire on Tuesdays. We love Tuesdays. We love the Mac. Let's be honest. What is there not to like about the Mac? It's wild. It's crazy. Sometimes you can have a very unpredictable ending. But it's the Mac. It's the Mac, baby. We love it. We absolutely love it. And that will never change. Justice, ouch. Ouch. That's a little rough. Probably in Frackville. Big D Mall in the house. Big D Mall in the house. The comments are awesome. If you guys are purchasing the premium plays or you're on board for premium plays, I just got a text. We should have our premium plays up in about an hour, roughly. Edward, the thing is they'd have to at least be on our, on our level, which most are not anyways. Most are not anyways. Hawkeye Hustler says Bowling Green needs to change their colors, their team colors to green, their uniforms, right? Exactly. All right, so I plan to have a very big day in the MAC today. Nonetheless, it's definitely going to be a good day today. So if you're not on board, now's a great time to get on board. Our plays will be posted in about an hour. Shortly after the live show, my personal plays will go out to everybody as well. And let me tell you, today's definitely going to be fun. I love the MAC. Today and tomorrow, MAC action with the game of the year in the MAC tomorrow. Woo! All right, so jumping into the games today. Jay Young, do I put out daily picks that you can purchase? Yes, you just go to our website, cappersdirect.com. Robbie, thank you. Actually, I just saw your order come through. Thank you. I will be in touch. Robbie, as soon as we get off the live chat or the live show. It takes me about an hour right now to be able to get all the games out to everybody. My personal plays I text out manually. Takes me a while, but I got a good system down, and nonetheless, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I will get you on those as well as soon as we get off the live chat, and it's gonna be fun. That's all I can say. We started with 3 games. Now we've got 2. Ohio and Miami of Ohio was postponed, or AKA canceled, however they want to call it, which was unfortunate because any college football that we get is always a great time. You got to love it when somebody comes into the live chat and says almost a guaranteed free play, and it's their own. Yeah, Robbie, I will text it to you, and I'll let you know it's me first. Glad to have you on board. Thank you. Thank you for jumping on board as well. Thanks for taking some of your winnings and reinvesting them. Chuck, have we ever lost a game of the year? No. The company has never lost a game of the year. And by golly, we sure as hell don't plan on it tomorrow. T-Step, does our site register as a gambling site? No, it should not register as a gambling site. I do not believe. And you can always use your cell phone too. We are mobile friendly. But yeah, we definitely say very clearly how many game of the years that we've lost. 0. Mike Smith said, T-Step, why would you ask that? Some people, when they're at work, they're obviously don't want to be on gambling sites while on the company dime. You know what I mean? So it's a good, valid question. I don't believe our site will register as a gambling site because it's not a casino or anything of that nature. Thanks, D. Hayes. I'm glad you enjoy. This is the funniest gambling podcast ever. Thank you, Fausto, for dropping your knowledge as well. Yeah, trust me, there's a lot of people here on company time. Armando, how much do I recommend betting? It just depends. You know, bankroll management is something that is very hard to try and help somebody with unless you know the bigger picture overall of that person's, you know, financial situation. If all you have is $2,000 and you lose it, are you done? Can you reload? Is that just what you're starting with? Do you have more, et cetera, et cetera? You know, are you a high income earner, low income earner, right in the middle, fixed income? There's so many variables that would go into micromanaging a bankroll, that being able to just say, hey, I have $2,000. How much should I put on the, you know, on this play or that play or this game? It isn't really fair for anybody to be able to do that because I don't know the specifics of what's behind the $2,000. You know what I mean? I don't know the specifics of your financial situation. So your financial situation having $2,000, you may have $10 million in the bank and you can reload, but you just, you know, put $2,000 out there because that's what you want to start with. Or that could be your rent money. You know what I mean? You can go both directions. So it's very hard to determine bankroll management for somebody just off of knowing how much money you have set aside for a bankroll. Nathan, hey Kyle, when I win a ticket on BetOnline, why take Bitcoin over direct cash deposit into your debit card? Well, it's user preference. My cash outs are usually on the larger side. 15, 25K. They're not going to put that on my debit card. Kyle, you should have mac and cheese for lunch. I think I will. You know, and Nathan, cash out however you want to cash out. You know, I don't cash out after every bet that I make. That's for sure. TMW says it's even better when you're on the big clock. Getting paid to watch Cap Nation. That's what I want to know. How many of you guys are getting paid to watch Cap Nation? Tony, how do I get the Game of the Year pick? It'll be on the website. It'll be on the website. It's not posted yet, but it will be soon. Joe says, hey, Kyle, do casinos put a limit on you personally on bet? Was just wondering. Caesars has. But now that it's by William Hill, that'll probably go away. But William Hill did a long time ago. That's why I stopped betting with William Hill on their app. Any bet I made over 500 had to go in for approval. Sometimes you would miss the bet. Whereas before, you could rebet every 5 minutes on on William Hill's mobile app for $10 grand a pop. Caesars wouldn't at one point wouldn't let me put over 5K on a baseball game. BetOnline's not giving anybody credit. No. Edward says watching is getting paid. He knew where I was going with that. Everybody's getting paid to be here with the free play winners. Tar Heel Tim's got it too. Says getting paid at work, then I'll use Kyle's plays to get paid again double time. There's 0 fee to cash out with Bitcoin, and you can cash out every day. Jay Ship says, I'm on the clock right now. Don't tell my boss. Don't worry, we won't. Bo King, Robert, Oscar, Aaron, Mr. Pitts, David, the other David, 2 came in at the same time. Tion, everybody that's jumped on board the game of the year for tomorrow. Thank you for their support. Have I ever been at the kiosk? I have. I was betting at the kiosk when we were in Laughlin, as well as my first experience with the kiosk was last year in Biloxi, when we went to the Saints game and we stayed up in Biloxi at the Beau Rivage. All right, so we're going to jump into these game day breakdowns. The haters will always be here. We'll never get rid of the haters. Reaper Creeper, the house is always mad. Here's one thing that I've learned, okay? A lot of you guys that have been here and gals that have been here have seen the $100,000 tickets that I wagered a couple years ago on the Yankees. A lot of you guys have seen that. There was 2 games, back-to-back days, 100K, we lost, went right back, had another 100K at plus 105, and we won. Both dogs. One was plus 100, the second was plus 105, and we got the second one done. I learned a big lesson betting 6 figures on those days. Now, the books will let individuals bet 6 figures, but you have to be vetted. When you see these books post, MGM took $299,000 on the Bears, MGM took $750,000 on the Bears money line, etc., etc., etc. With the exception of the Super Bowl, when they vet those players, they do a full background check. They verify where the money's coming from to make sure it's not money laundered. When they do all of that, they take into consideration who's making the play. I promise you, people that have winning records at the casino are not the ones that you see Darren Rovell post so-and-so just took a bet for $250,000 on the money line that pays $85,000, or $250,000 that returns $275,000. And when you see those bets, those are from people that have losing records at the casinos. Okay? I learned a valuable lesson by those 2 bets. One, Caesars limited me, which I love to bet at Caesars. I love Caesars. The book's fun. The atmosphere is fun. I go to their Super Bowl party every year. The Super Bowl party is top-notch. T-step on the second. Is that chasing, or were you planning on doing it? I was planning on doing it. I was planning on rolling the entire ticket from game 1, the first one, over to the second one. And I got beat by the cheaters, Altuve, with a 2-run walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th. back when they got busted cheating. The scrutiny that you go under when you start betting big like that is insane. It's no different if you're betting 50K on a game or 200K. The scrutiny is, that's why I said earlier in the live show, I would rather, if I'm going to move 50 grand on a game, I would rather have 10 $5,000 tickets spread out over 10 different bets, multiple books. Even if I got to go have somebody bet it for me and spread it out, I'd rather do that than have the scrutiny. Now, obviously, it would be fun to show off a monster ticket, but the scrutiny that you get, it's real. And if you want to continue to be able to bet sizable wagers, you can't just go murder one book. Trust me, books don't like winners. Books don't like winners. And if you're a consistent winner, they're going to limit you. They're going to limit you. I just tried betting a soccer play. I'm down to 250, which I'm sure I can get that straightened out. And I'm sure it's just a circled game. But I mean, I have multiple books that I can bet with. I have every avenue to be able to wager. Selling kilos? No. I've never sold anything illegal. Never once sold anything illegal. Wasn't laundering money, that's for sure. I just loved the Yankees on that game. And we were winning 1-0. We were winning 1-0. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Altuve puts one over the wall for a walk-off. Should have won game 1. Nathan, I did. I went book to book. And you try, and when I do it, I try and plan it so we're all betting, because the lines change. You could change a line with a $500 wager. Reaper Creeper says, so you're saying stay low. I'll be honest with you. I'd rather not be on the radar. I'd rather be able to walk into a book and make a wager and not be scrutinized. Not have to worry about being able to get a bet down. I've had individuals bet with me, and I mean, let's be honest, the power of, the mobile apps. I mean, I've got a Stations app. I've got the South Point, William Hill, Caesars, BetMGM, between Bet Online. There's so many different options that within the time frame you can get all your bets in, and you don't have to go be scrutinized. Technology has made it great. And yeah, 100% Reaper Creeper, stay low. And if you're on a heater, stay really low. Stay really low. Don't be the loudest man in the casino, let me tell you. Don't be the loudest man in the room. Don't be the loudest man in the room. Keep it on the DL. And spread your money out. You're going to go bet big, don't go hit the same casino 2 times in a row, 3 times in a row. The lines are generally the same, to where you can shop around. Rory, I couldn't put FanDuel out of business. They make too much money. Westgate is a great book. Westgate limited me on a baseball game. I think I was down to 10K, but still, I could still bet to win 10K on a game there. I like the Westgate. I did some damage on baseball in some of these books a couple years ago. I mean, we do it every year, but nobody can put FanDuel out of business. Nobody. Nobody's putting FanDuel out of business. That's for sure. Bitcoin is on the move, folks. Bitcoin keeps skyrocketing. Mike says, I like to go over the times that the lines move. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's good to follow line movements. Westgate is a great book. They're no longer the world's largest super book, but they're a great book. They are definitely a great book. In 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second, folks. Okay. What the heck? I'm trying to log into my Stats LLC. And it's not letting me. Go figure. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I'm trying to get into my stats so that way we can start the game day breakdowns. It's making me change my password. Hold on. All right. That password doesn't meet our password requirements. Give me 1 second, folks. That way I can figure this out and we can start our breakdowns. Because that I want to do. Because we've got some action to be made. So weird. All right, we got it. We got it. I guess they make you change your password every 6 months. All right, so I'm logging in. Mike Brusco, I've been listening for 3 weeks every day, and I have a few K bankroll, not huge, but you keep getting, keep getting snake bit every week to end up even. That's no good. Frank says, I guess I'm jumping in on Bitcoin. Bitcoin to the moon. Bitcoin to the moon. That's for sure. Bitcoin to the moon. Give me 1 quick second, folks. Okay. One quick second. Yeah, Bitcoin, you know, I read a report, I think it was Citibank listed a report that said Bitcoin would be $321,000 a coin by next year. By next year, Bitcoin would be over 321,000, which is absolutely insane. Which is absolutely insane. So owning Bitcoin, I know Justice has owned a bunch. I own a bunch, so I love seeing it go up. As far as what to expect out of it, that's a whole nother story. I don't know if it's going to the moon. I'd love it if it went to the moon. Goes to 300K. I'd be very extremely excited. I used to cash out and I wouldn't hold it for very long. I'd basically day trade it. I've got some that I've been holding on to from the last time it tanked. Hopefully that's not what happens this time. If you guys remember, a couple years ago, it got up to 19K, which was awesome. Would love to see it get that way again because love to see it go higher than that. Mike Brown, excellent question. Excellent question. You just asked an excellent question. You just said, and I'm going to go over this with everybody. Says, I need to get my confidence back. You ever just need a little break in the past? 100%. When you're on a losing streak, and if you've been on my personal plays, and if you've been with me for a while, you guys have known that I've had a big losing streak where it didn't matter what we did, everything went wrong. Because we're human, shit happens. We've had that happen. And I'm sure in the future, I hope it never happens again, but I'm sure it will, because that's what happens with gambling. There has been multiple times where I've told clients, hey, I know it's, a busy Thursday or it's Monday Night Football. I can't pick whatever I'm doing. I'm not picking right. So we're taking the day off or whatever. It could be a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I don't care if it was an NFL Sunday, Mike. Absolutely. If you're not thinking clearly, you're making bad bets, by all means, walk away, take a day, take 2 days off, take a week off if you need to, take 2 weeks off, clear your mind, clear your head, get all that negative out. Because generally speaking, and this is where people go wrong, when you're not picking winners, it's because you're not seeing clearly. If you have access to the right information, and you generally can be successful, then by all means, take time out, reset, come back, and then get back on it. Generally speaking, and I know this is kind of like an oxymoron. When you're betting on games and you find it hard to pick winners, but yet when you're not betting on games, when you don't have $1 on a game, you generally pick all the winners that you could ever imagine. Right? So take time off, reevaluate what you're doing. Generally, money, stress will change that opinion. Will make you take the favorite rather than the dog when you should really be looking at the dog. There's there's one thing that you can do. David, I have access to Scientific Gaming. We pay them a big fee, so we have access to the information. It's the same people that power Don Best. Same people. They're the main players. They're based out of Atlanta. You know, when you're on let's be honest. The NFL is one of the hardest things to handicap. The NFL is one of the hardest things to be successful at. We're very successful betting the NFL. Okay? There are some very key things that you can do. If you're losing, Mike, or anybody, take a look at what you're betting. Take a look at what you're betting. Are you betting a game from over here, over here, over here? Are you betting too many games? You narrow your focus down, all right? Narrow that focus down. If it's the NFL that's giving you a problem, or if it's college that's giving you a problem, or it's the NBA that's giving you a problem, take a reset, narrow your focus down, all right? Let's take for instance today. There's 2 games on the board. You can bet so many different options. You can bet first quarters, second quarters, third quarters, fourth quarters. You could bet first halves, second halves. You could bet the full game side. You can bet the full game total. You could bet either one of those individually. You can bet team totals. If you're having a hard time finding ways to win, take one of those. Take one of those options and try and be successful with one of those options. For instance, team totals. T-step, do we do college basketball? Absolutely. Take one of those things. Focus on that. Take one of those aspects. Big Ass Redwood says, that's the truth for sure. The NFL is my biggest problem. If the NFL is your biggest problem, find one avenue and try and find that low-hanging fruit that's easy to grab and focus on that. Now, I'm going to be honest. If you keep hammering the easy stuff, the books will limit you. It's probably why my third quarters were limited to $100. Was $1,000, it was $5, then it was $250, now it's $100. Because I keep hammering the snot out of first or third quarters and second quarters. That's my newest thing, is the second quarters, and we'll get into that in another live show. Something that I'm starting to see a trend to, that I'm making money consistently in. So if you're having a hard time betting and being consistent, find an aspect of your betting and hone in on just that. And once you start winning again, then start expanding it to something else. Mike says, I'm limited to $1 now on props. Props can be a very, 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 very profitable way to bet. Because trust me, there's some low-hanging props. Come on. Yesterday we talked about it. Dalvin Cook to get at least 2 receptions. It was minus 220. Okay, you had to lay 220. We had that in the first half. That was easy winner. Now, I did not take his reception yards. Yesterday. And I gave the full disclaimer in the live show that I didn't trust the reception yards prop yesterday. He did not hit it. He had 16. I said if I was going to take it, I'd buy it down to 16, but they wanted like minus 350. He had 4 receptions yesterday. His 20 carries, minus 206. I hammered the snot out of that to the max bet yesterday. He had 30 carries. He had 18 carries in the first half, I believe it was. David Kisser, so second quarter overs is where it's at. Not necessarily. Certain ones. Brandon says, man, I lost all those prop bets I took on those free plays you gave out last night. Cook and Jimmy Graham prop. Lost on the over 2, took a beating. Well, first of all, if you bet big on the props, no offense, but you're acting a fool. Because I already gave a disclaimer, you bet the props extremely small. The props I gave out were all plus money, were big plus monies for fun. As far as the total goes, if you took a beating on the total, Brandon, I gave out 2 official free plays. You're right, props were not profitable. But I promise you, just on the 3 free plays I gave out yesterday, even losing the props, I was still profitable. If you bet the free plays I gave out yesterday, you would have been profitable. So I gave out 3 free plays yesterday and 2 props. The props I bet were all plus money. They were for fun. But I may not have put it on the board, but obviously you watched the show because you listened. I also said bet Kirk Cousins over 1.5 touchdown passes. I also said bet Dalvin Cook over 20 carries. I also bet Dalvin Cook to have at least 2 receptions. So I gave you actually a lot of stuff. And yes, Brandon, I know the Cook and the Jimmy Graham prop did not win. But those were like micro plays. That was the micro plays. I mean, I even had it on the board. I said, we bet these small. If you can't read basic English and see that it says, we bet these small, a plus money prop, sorry, I'm not going huge on a plus money prop. You know, but he shouldn't have taken a beating, Edward, and I don't care if he's complaining or not. You could file the complaint section at the unsubscribe button. If you guys ever have a complaint over the free plays, feel free to hit the unsubscribe button. I gave out 3 official free plays yesterday. 2-1. 2-1 on free plays yesterday. So again, how did anybody have a beating? Unless you paid us and you were on our premium plays, which went 1 and 2, or my personal plays went 1 and 2. I don't know how anybody took a beating. Mike, you can pick winners when you don't have money on them because you evaluate things differently. You can always evaluate things differently when you don't have $1 on it, Mike. It's weird. I tell that, I tell that to FC when he went on his big losing streak. I said, hey, kick back, watch an event, reevaluate everything, and go from there. And he turns it around every time. It's okay to reevaluate things without $1 on it because you'll turn it around. I promise you, you'll turn it around. That I promise you. It's easy when you do that. Jay Yee says, I hit 7 out of 10 props yesterday using a combination of the ones you specifically talked about on the show. Thanks, Kyle. Exactly. Exactly. Who bet 10,000 on a prop play? Did somebody actually post that they bet 10,000 on a prop play? I don't know a book that'll take 10,000 on a prop anyways. Shit, BetOnline's got me max aggregated, I think 1,000. Jimmy O. Jenkins says, I'm on premium plays and ain't bitching. We can't win every day, but I've made money every day since Tuesday. Absolutely, thank you. Did I miss a comment where somebody said they bet 10K on a free prop play? I didn't bet Nick Foles over 1.5 straight up. I said I liked it, but I didn't bet Nick Foles over 1.5 straight up. I did bet I actually did Dalvin Cook to have 3+ touchdowns at plus 900 because it was a prop. I bet it small. You bet $35,000, 35,000 pesos or 35,000 US dollars on the Bowling Green over 13.5. If you bet 35,000 on the Bowling Green over 13.5, no offense, Hector, but you've got something wrong with you. Joe, we don't post on Instagram. I give them out in the videos and I post it on my Twitter. But again, the free plays we gave out yesterday, if you followed them to a T, you were profitable. And as J.E. said, of like the 10 props we talked about, I think we hit all but 3 of them. But again, everybody will always find a way to complain about something that you get for free. Armando lost 100K on the coin flip, right? And again, if you want to file your bitch complaint, hit the unsubscribe button. It's the best complaint button that you can have. And the thumbs down before you leave. But again, free plays, 2-1 yesterday. Timothy, props are generally limited. I didn't bet the third quarter. I bet the second half. I gave out the second half yesterday. Seth lost 150K on the Tijuana Turtles. Well, you're definitely not betting my Tijuana Turtles. J. Hugh, when do I usually post my free plays on Twitter? As soon as I bet them, but I don't post them every day. I don't post free plays every day. I don't post free plays on Twitter every single day. On occasion, I do. On occasion, I do. Thank you, Stuart. Stuart says, I took 3 bets just listening to you closely. Pay attention, people. He doesn't have to say, go play this. That's why I'm here. Day 2. I was a first-time listener. You know, hold on one second, folks. Okay. You know, that's Reaper Creeper, if you bet a lot on Dalvin Cook over 3 touchdowns, you deserve that lesson. Yeah, I bet small on it. Tony, it'll be posted on the website. It's not posted there yet. Brandon says, still going to ride with you on the game of the year, Kyle. I'll be a paying customer soon. Well, if you're on the game of the year, you're already a paying customer. Because the game of the year is not free. Ketchup, I agree. That's best advice. Sly says, actually, you're 3 right. Thank you, Cole. I appreciate that. Rich says we should have to earn those free plays by doing sports trivia, right? All right, so we're going to jump into to today's games, okay? Only 2 games today. Jeremiah, thank you. I appreciate that. And again, seriously, if you guys want to file a complaint, feel free to hit the thumbs down button and the unsubscribe button. We got 10,000 followers now. Where, I don't mind losing a few. That's for sure. All right, we got 2 games today. One was canceled, unfortunately. Mike's is still undecided on lunch today. It better have something to do with Mac. Big Mac, mac and cheese, something of that nature. Reaper Creeper says, people always look for who to blame for their losses. But it's all them when they win, right? Exactly. Brandon Hobbs, when will the game of the year be available? Well, you can purchase it now on our website. It should be on the website to view and go bet later on this evening. Big Afro Kid said, I'd rather have 100 real followers than 1 million haters. Let's be honest, Big Afro Kid. Having 1 million haters is not a bad thing. Because remember, while they might publicly hate you, they're still here watching you. You know what I mean? The haters still come in and they're still here watching. They're still here. They still can't. They're so dumb. They can't comprehend that even though they hit a thumbs down, they help us out. It doesn't matter if they give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It still helps us. The thumbs down helps us. So, Mo, game of the year is tomorrow. So while they give a thumbs down, they think, oh, I'm going to give this guy a thumbs down because he sucks or he's ugly or his free play lost. I'm going to go blow him up and say how bad he sucks on his YouTube comment section. Every comment, regardless if it's positive or negative, every thumbs up, regardless if it's up or down, actually helps us. So by all means, haters, come play. Haters, come play. I welcome. My arms are wide open. I mean, I have that t-shirt and that hat that says I love haters. Need more haters because the old ones are starting to like me. Haters are going to hate because they're miserable sons of bitches anyways, okay? But we welcome the haters because they still help us grow. They still help get our video trending on YouTube. Because if a hater really wanted to hate, they wouldn't comment either in the live show or on the YouTube page. And they sure as hell wouldn't hit a thumbs down if they were smart. Because they're actually helping us. So that's why I'll converse with them back and forth on the YouTube, just to get them to keep commenting. Keep coming back. Because the real people know they're full of shit and they're just there hating. But yet, it gets our videos trending. Like a couple weeks ago, we were trending and showing up everybody that was watching the Pat McAfee show. It was showing up in the recommended video section. Okay, fantastic. So by all means, haters, keep doing us a solid. And I'll keep giving you guys more winners. All right? Thank you, Cougar Boy. 84095. I appreciate that. So again, I welcome all haters, past and present, to come join us and interact. I know, Reaper Creeper. I know. Jesse T says the haters give you thicker skin. Haters really don't like themselves to begin with. Fact. Fact. Brian, no, we've been trying. We've been trying to get to the Mac action. We've been trying. We've been trying. What do I mean by MAC? Well, MAC is a conference. All right? MAC is a conference in college sports Joe Free says, haters don't make money, that's why they hate. Exactly. And for everybody that doesn't know, yes, Pat. I always pronounce his last name wrong incorrectly. I pronounce everybody's on purpose. The Mid-American Conference, MAC, Mid-American Conference, and there's a hyphen in between the Mid and American. Yes, Rich, I do bet the CFL. I don't bet big, I bet $500 a game on the CFL. Edward says, thank God it's only 2 games. I know, we had been really late. All right, so first game, Buffalo and Bowling Green. 2-0, 0-2. 2-0 and 0-2. The best Bowling Green play for the Buffalo game, well, you want to be on board for our premium plays for that one. That's for sure. Joseph, I just got your email. Robert says, Kyle went from 25 to 400 in 2 weeks using your free picks, insight, and just learning how to get smart watching what you do. Thank you. You're very welcome. Cool, Hector. Well, here's one thing, all right? I made a video so that has a free play in it, so people will go watch it, okay? If I wanted to give out what that daily free play was in the daily free play video, I would just tell everybody right here, all right? And again, I do have a free play already on this game, and if you want to know what it is, and Hector, I know you're new and you're not used to that, okay? I made a video so people will watch it for a reason. But if you want to know what it is, you can go watch that either now or afterwards. It is a great free play, and I think it cashes. Now, it's not a big premium play or anything like that you want to go bet the farm on. That's for sure. Nathan says air fryer giveaway. You know, we should probably do an air fryer giveaway. I'll work on that. All right? I'll work on that. As much as the inside joke on the air fryer is, GH, what do you think about Buffalo covering the second half spread minus 13.5? Well, to be honest, before I could bet a second half, I'd have to see how the first half pans out. I would never bet a second half before the game ever started. What happens if their quarterback goes down? What if they're on their third string before they even get to the end of the second quarter? So I'd have to see how the game's going. They might be up by 60 before the halftime. And they clear the bench and put in all the reserves. Kyle said, you told me last night, buy one with the winnings. Hey, you know, I support that message. Ketchup 2015B says, I tell you all what, ask him to show his ticket. He don't mind now. And ask your other YouTubers do and see what happens. Exactly. Exactly. So here's a fact. Here's a fact. While I bet at least $3,000 on the premium plays for today, and my personal plays that will be going out as well, the free play that I put out in the daily free play video is not a big one. It's not a monster free play. It's nothing that you should be banking the house on and betting the farm on. Okay? Is it a quality play? Absolutely. I don't just throw money away. All right? I just don't throw money away. Did I bet it? I did. I bet it for $500. Whereas I normally bet $3,000, anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 on our bigger plays. Guaranteed games, game of the years, obviously, I bet a hell of a lot more than that. But as far as the free play goes that I gave out, I have a $500 wager on it. Now, $500 is a lot for some, But that doesn't mean that you should be going to bet a lot on it because I put 500 on it. Because remember, 500 to me is not what 500 to you probably is. And here's a copy of it. All right? Here's a copy of it. But there you go. Gamal says, hey, Kyle, if y'all are hiring, I'd love to offer my services as the official angry translator to handle the haters. Exactly. Calvin says, I didn't know about air fryers till this show. Now I kind of want one. Leisure says, never going to watch these shows. So there you go. Duke says the other guys show the pre-bet slip not confirmed. Think we are stooped. You know, Swayze, should I bet the farmhouse on the premium plays? No, you should always bet within your means. Even on the big guaranteed plays. Definitely telling people should definitely use their brains. So, make a Capper's direct air fryer, we should. So there's that. Let me scroll back over. And you know, if people are not showing you confirmed betting tickets, if people are showing you where they put in the bet amount and it's not confirmed, they haven't hit the submit button, they're full of shit. Because I promise you, if they were really betting it, they'd want to show it off. I promise you. If they were really betting it, they'd want to show it off. I promise you. I promise you. Now, that was just a small little bet because it's a small free play. All right? It's a small free play. Ketchup says, meaning he likes the pick, but it's not one he loves. So that's a clue. 100%. Rich says, if you ever need a good electrician, I'll work for air-fried onion rings. You know, I think I'm going to have to try those. I got to try air-fried bacon. So there's that one. How can you bet 625 to win 500? Because that's what the odds were. My risk is 625 to win 500 plus my 625 back. If you know how betting works, you have your risk and you have your win. Okay? You have your risk amount and you have your win amount. When you win, you also get your risk back. That's generally how sports betting goes. Jake says Mac action is unpredictable. At times, there's a lot of things with Mac that are predictable. Ketchup saying they say they got it at 4, but now it's 6 and telling you to bet it exactly. Well, if it was minus 110, it would be 550 to win 500. I believe when I bet it, because I bet it after, I bet it there. I bet it on one other site. I bet it with my local guy last night when I gave out the play. And I bet it, I got it at minus 125. That's why you see 625 to win 500. So, not many people will actually bet their games. That's a fact. Yes, minus 125. 625 to win 500 is minus 125. It clearly states that on the ticket. The very top of it, it clearly states that. And in the odds. Bowling Green team total over 13.5, minus 125. Pending because it's actually been bet, not like the other scumbags that dupe you and showing you an unconfirmed ticket. All right, so jumping into the game, because that's where we're headed right now. Nothing else is going to distract us. Maybe. Tito, what do I think about the over on the game? Well, we'll take a look. Bowling Green, Buffalo, that's what's on tap first. That's where we're going to start first. Buffalo laying the big number, laying 31. Bowling Green catching 31. Bookmakers are expecting a blowout. Reaper Creeper says when you bet, it's not always double up or better. Thank you, David. Yes, I appreciate that. At least there's some people in here that can comprehend basic math. Stuart says, I live up here and it's going to be windy if the front don't hurry. You definitely always got to take a look at the weather. The only thing with the weather that concerns me with a total is the wind. Rain can affect a total, but can also help a total as well with fumbles in their own zone. In today's weather, for Bowling Green, I need a theme song. The show must go on. We need one, that's for sure. Taking a look at the local time for 7 p.m. there. 7 p.m. local time, supposed to be 10-mile-an-hour winds. Now, before that's supposed to be earlier. So if the storm is slow getting there, we may see some wind at the start of that game, or possibly more than 10 mile an hour. They're supposed to have 17, 18 mile an hour winds earlier in the afternoon. So if it doesn't blow through and doesn't calm down, we could have some big wind. And that can definitely affect a total, especially if a team likes to air the ball out. However, Buffalo, they'll air it out. Not nearly as many as you'd really like. You know, Buffalo will always run the ball, that's for sure. Buffalo will run the snot out of the ball. They always do. And they will continue to. Same thing when we get to the next game, and we'll talk about that as well. Okay? We'll talk about that as well. Give me 1 second here, pulling some stuff up for you guys, and then we'll dive deep into this one. We'll dive deep into this one for everybody. The Bowling Green quarterback, Mike, now you're hungry. As far as the Bowling Green quarterback, as long as they're starting Matt McDonald, he didn't have a good game against Kent State. He went 6 of 20. All right, he went 6 of 20. And he's 14 of 50 on the year. 14 of 50 on the year with 2 interceptions. No touchdowns. Just remember that. Now, I still think Bowling Green gets the job done for the free play that I gave out. Trying to see something real quick. All right. As far as this game go, first of all, Buffalo. They're first out of the Eastern Conference for the MAC. If you guys don't know, MAC's got a 6-game schedule. They get Bowling Green, then they get Kent State, in 2 weeks. Then they'll come back for Ohio and Akron. They beat up Northern Illinois. They beat them by 19 in week 1 for them a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. They got Miami of Ohio last week. It was a 42-10 final. And if you guys remember, we saw 0 points in the first quarter. We saw 21 in the third. And that game had a total of 56.5 points. We were on the over to that. They got to 52. They scored 10 in the fourth quarter. We had plenty of opportunities in that game to get the Buffalo game over the total. They scored nothing in the first quarter. 0-0. Welcome to the MAC. Welcome to the MAC. Total in this one sitting at 58. Buffalo laying 4,000. First half, Buffalo laying 18 in the first half. They were up 14-7 the first half of their last game against Miami of Ohio. First half total over and under 31.5. The only way the first half goes over the total is if for some reason they're able to put up at least 14 in the first quarter. They're going to need 14 points in the first quarter, no matter which way you look at it, in order to pop the total over. In order to pop the total over in the first half to 31.5, they're going to have to get scoring in the first quarter. Last week they did not. It was a very slow started game, very frustrating start to that game. The first quarter total is over 13.5 minus 109. There is no second half. You can bet Buffalo's team total over 44.5. Bowling Green's full game total. Thank you, Stace Pup. Get that fixed. Thank you. Appreciate it. First quarter team points. Buffalo is 10.5 in the first quarter, plus 120. Basically, they're saying that Buffalo will be up 14-0 in the first. Bowling Green to get a point. Their total for the first quarter for a degenerate action prop is a half a point minus 105. Matt, I seen your email about the game of the year. I will reply to it as soon as I get off the live show, brother. As soon as I get off the live show, I will reply to it. A lot of different options to bet this one. Ketchup says he's handicapping the game right now. Risk 100 to win 80. Yep, plus your money back. That's generally how sports betting goes. As far as this game goes, I'm not a big fan of laying 31 points. Should they be able to cover it? Let's be honest. Let's be real honest. It's Bowling Green, okay? Bowling Green just got beat by Kent State 62-24. They also got beat by Toledo 38-3. Bowling Green will be starting the year off 0-3. I wouldn't put $1 on the plus 1,500. Big Afro Kid, I said, I like the fact that you don't have a tax on buying your plays. Well, you can't tax a service. If we were selling a hard good, yeah, we'd probably have to charge you tax. But then again, we're in a no sales tax state where we're registered and companies based out of, so. As far as the game goes, I'm not a fan of laying the 31. I don't have a play on this one yet. Our plays are not actually out yet. I don't have a play on this one. While I would lean towards, obviously, Buffalo laying the 31, they're going to have a solid game next week against Ohio. Granted, they'll probably be a 7 to 10 point road favorite against Ohio next week. They're definitely, or not next week, in 2 weeks. So hopefully they're not thinking about that week off as, and then their big Saturday game after Thanksgiving. They should be able to take care of business in 2 weeks against Ohio. That's a fact. But as far as this one goes, laying the 31, I do lean towards them, but I'm not necessarily, I don't care who the teams are. I mean, I'll bet a 31-point spread. I'm not a big fan of it. If anything goes wrong, you can lose a 31-point spread. What are my score predictions? Well, if I'm going to give you guys a total, maybe I'll give you guys a score prediction. But other than that, you probably want to be on board for our plays for that. But as far as an early lean before our plays are out, I do lean towards Buffalo, laying the 31, maybe throw it in a teaser option, get it a little bit lower, win by 4 versus having to win by 5 scores. Ketchup says the man. I must have missed something in the comment section. Ketchup, hold that thought. I'm reading through some of the past comments. I might have missed something. Ketchup says, the man done sold us a $50 guaranteed Saturday 2 to 3 weeks straight. It was 3 weeks. You don't owe us none. I made $5,000 just off of the $150. You're awesome, Kyle. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, we did. What was it, 3 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago and 5 weeks ago, we had guaranteed Saturday on sale. Actually, it was $75. It was 50% off with the promo code that we were running that time. We did it 3 times in a row. But yeah, we did, definitely. I appreciate that as well. It's nice to know some people acknowledge it, especially when it happens. And the best way to keep those things is to support it when they go on sale like that. No doubt about it. Matt says, the problem with the spreads is teams don't play to cover high spreads. Teams play to win. Best advice right there. Best advice. You got Buffalo, who's 2-0. For a team that, let's just say you're ranked 5th in the country, or 6th or 7th or 8th or 9th or 10th, top 4 will make the playoffs, right? There's a reason to run up the score. If Buffalo's up by 28 in the 4th quarter, they have no reason to run up the score. And Tito says, all these spreads are too much. If you don't think the total or the spreads are juiced today, the totals and the spreads, you are wrong. You need to take that into consideration. Take off 5 to 6 points. Take off 5 to 6 points off of everything. And that's where the totals and the spreads should be. For the MAC action games. But trust me, the books know you're going to be all firing on the over and the favorites. So they're going to make you risk it. They're going to add, William, why do you think the lines are so juiced today? Why are the lines juiced today? Because I know everybody in the world is going to go bet Buffalo in the over, and then they're also going to jump on Kent State in the over. It's a fact. It's Mac. Take the big favorites, lay the over. So they're gonna juice it by 5 to 6, and they're gonna make you sweat it out. And get that extra touchdown to cover either the total or the spread. Christopher Bayer says Hull City 1-0. Very nice. Too bad I was limited on that one. But I did bet him in the first half as well, so fingers crossed. Croatia playing Portugal today at 2:45. France and Sweden. Spain and Germany. Luxembourg and Azerbaijan. Montenegro, a -143 favorite in the Nations League. As far as the Nations League goes, real quick, I'm going to get off. Actually, I'm getting sidetracked. I was looking at soccer for myself. I'm not even going to. All right, so back to Buffalo and Bowling Green. As far as the game goes, I do lean towards Buffalo, but I think the total's juiced. I think the side of the game should be around 25 to 27, not 31. Christopher Bayer, 2-0 Hull City. I like it. I'm just pissed. I was trying to do 750, 750, 750. Money line, the spread, and the first half. And it let me do 250. It let me do 250, 250, 250. But again, you asked me. Rich, my pronouncing was hilarious. I love butchering everybody's. And if you pay attention, sometimes I'll really do it on purpose. And I don't see a live line on it either. Well, let me see. Maybe I could bet more live. Nope. No live action for me. Germany up 2-1 on Wales. Wow. At the half. I did live bet the total yesterday on the Team USA game. But as far as the total goes on Buffalo, Bowling Green, again, lean towards the over. But I am going to express caution. It is juiced. So if you're going to lay the money on any of the overs, you're going to have the utmost confidence in the dogs to put up points. Fantastic LT. Game of the year will not be out until later on this evening, more than likely. Super Ego says, tonight the Max got bacon and extra cheese. Ooh. Got to put a little Tapatio in it for some spice. So again, I do lean towards Buffalo. If I had to pick a side for the total, I would lean towards the over as well. Not a free official play or anything like that. As far as the one thing that I did bet on it, I've already shown you guys. It was a small wager. Small. Bowling Green's team total over 13.5. I gave it out as a free play. It's right there on the board again for you guys. All right, I put my money where my mouth is. This is a small play. Full disclaimer. It's not an all-in, not a max bet, not a big one. None of that nature. All right, none of that nature. Small one. Small one. You know, I did miss a comment. Byron Hart says, Your free plays are better than most professional cappers' premium plays. Haters are still watching and playing your picks and cashing out, but they hate you. Keep doing what you do. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how I missed your comment, but yes, you are correct. Thank you. I appreciate that. There was actually one that I was going back looking for, but I can't find that comment now. Let's see if it'll let me have all the messages from... No. Remember the one where guy asking if we collab, like I'm going to let some other individual start giving out plays on our... Yeah, I'm going to just make some random Yahoo some money. Am I going to talk about the Kent State and Akron game? Absolutely. Chris says, last week Kent State was at 27. This week it's at 42.5. You know, I agree. There's a lot of juicing going with the MAC. Take a look at some live soccer action. Germany and Wales, it's 2-1 at the half. Over 5.5 live is plus 170. Over 4.5 minus 175. Wondering if they can see a couple more goals in that one. Over 6.5 plus 430. Woo! Sometimes try and take advantage of some sloppy lines. Try and take advantage of some sloppy lines. Bosnia and Belgium. Over 4.5 is minus 125. Juicy Mac Burger. Super Ego says, Kyle's too clever. Stop asking for advice. He's selling it, or just wait for the free play. We don't have 20 cappers here, Chuck. It's put out by the company. Joe Jet, Kyle, do you consider haters as bullies? No, I consider them sad, depressed, lonely individuals that have no life. I would consider us a bully because we keep beating the books and we don't stop and we're relentless and we don't give up. I'd have to say we're the bully of the books, that's for sure. Hell no. You want me to try and pronounce the other name behind Bosnia? Bosnia and Herzegovina. Herzegovina. Right? My German and my Bosnian is not very good. All right, so the next game. And again, there's only 2 games on the board today. Justice, what he was meaning was that you guys collab, meaning I know Chase. I've known Chase for a while. And he's sold our UFC in the past, and we've had his NASCAR on our website. I wouldn't consider that collaborating. That was more him helping out FC and me helping him out. but I wouldn't just bring some random individual Chris, you like that? I did that on purpose, by the way. Ray, you cashed out at BetOnline. Very nice. Very nice. Love hearing that. But yeah, sorry, I can't see myself bringing on just some random individual. Okay, so the next game. Akron, Kent State. Jonas, did we? No, we did one. We did the Buffalo Bowling Green. We've been live for like umpteen days, and it seems like we're slowly getting there today. Today is more of a barbershop day and an off-topic day than it is an actual let's get down to the games day. Hector, what's the football college bet? You already have the free play from the daily free play video. I don't give out a free play on every single game. I don't just go down the board and say, take this, take that, take this, take that. That's not how we operate here. You get a real bettor's perspective, somebody that actually bets. Somebody that actually bets. All right, so Dr. Franco, we did. We had 25 straight days winning in free plays last year, if you guys remember. We did. All right, so Akron, Kent State, again, another one where you got to lay the juice if you want to play. You got to lay the big number if you want to play. Kent State laying 27, Akron catching 27 with another juice total of 58.5. First half line has Kent State laying more than 2 touchdowns, laying 15 of the 27. If you want to bet the first half, you got to lay 15 of the 27 points. So they'd have to be up by 16. So basically, you're going to hope they're up by 2 touchdowns and a field goal. No, Justice, I would think that a collaboration would be like me and Chase if we did a package together. If we broke down games together and we sold something mutually together. By me putting his NASCAR on our website a year ago, that was just us helping him out. But now if me and him were breaking down games together, which we've talked about in the past, then yeah, that'd be a collaboration 100%. But the only people that I collaborate with are the people here at Cappers Direct, the other 7 individuals. There's always talk about adding somebody else. But as of right now, it's just the 8 of us that are on the game picking side. But I collaborate with my fellows here at Cappers Direct on a daily basis. All right, so Roman says Buffalo or Bowling Green tonight. Well, I don't have a free play on the side of that game. We have premium plays. Akron, Kent State. Kent beat them last year. Super low scoring game. 26-3 last year. Akron put up a big whopping 3 points. Taking a look at Akron and what they have not done so far this year. They got beat by Western Michigan. They got torched. They did put up 13, though. Western Michigan beat them 58-13. They put up 10 against Ohio in a super low-scoring game last week, 24-10. When you start taking a look more in depth at this game and you start looking at other items of it. Absolutely, Sly. When we disagree on a game, we go out back, the old fisticuffs. Whoever wins is the top premium play. As you can see, I don't have no black eyes. I have no black eyes. All right, so there's a lot of money to be made on these games. Not just the traditional betting, and I'm going to be really honest with you guys. If you guys are still betting with a sports book that doesn't take first halves or doesn't take quarter bets or doesn't take team totals or first half team totals or other options on a game, it's time you guys get with the times. The year's 2020, it's not 2001, and you're betting on the first world's, paperhead. If your book or your local bookie doesn't allow these options, it's time that you venture off. If your bookie doesn't take teasers, it's time that you venture off. There's nothing wrong with having multiple books. Matter of fact, I recommend it. I recommend it. There's so much money to be made. I don't know how many times a day I hear, Kyle, I can't take that first half bet, or I can't take that team total, or that first quarter over, I can't take. It's time that you guys adapt and get with a book that will allow you to. Now, you can continue your relationship. I'm not asking you or telling you guys to switch, but it would definitely behoove your sports betting, if you're doing this to be successful, to broaden your horizons and give yourself the most options out there. You walk into a casino, do you want to just play the one slot machine that they have, or do you want to be able to pick and choose to find out which one you feel lucky on? Manuel, take a screenshot of your sign-up email, take a screenshot of the completed deposit, and then email it to me at kyle@cappersdirect.com. And then let me know if you want the premium or personals, okay? There's my email. It's kyle@cappersdirect.com. It's time everybody advances and adapts to times, because there's a lot of money to be made. Frederick Macy, if you don't like what we have, well, here, I'll do it for you, okay? There's no schmeh here because I didn't answer your what's your free play. Sit down, hang out, enjoy what we got. If not, you can skedaddle on out of here. B Trainiac says, what's the difference between premium and personal? Excellent question. And before I jump into the rest of the Akron and Kent State game, premium plays are put out by me as well as everybody at the company. Obviously not the ladies in accounting or the guy that they just hired for advertising. It's put out by me, Jay, Steve, everybody else, the other 5 guys. We get them on the website. Whereas my personal plays are done by me, myself, and I. There's no outside influence. There's nobody that can tell me, I don't like that play, don't give it out. I can get whatever the fuck I want. I give you a Tijuana Turtle race number 3, turtle number 4. And I text out my personal plays. So there's a big difference. One you get on the website, one I text out, one you get to work with me one-on-one directly, the other one where you don't have to talk to anybody. Both will treat you right, both are great, both will do you a solid. Mark S., what's going on? I don't have, Matt, I don't have a side on that game. But besides Christopher, who actually specifically asked me, who do I like in that game, and we went over it. Besides Chris, who else bet the whole city game? Because I did, and I bet it while I was live with you guys. Occasionally we'll bet on horse racing for one of the big events, and I get it from one of the guys that I know that's pretty successful betting horses, because that fucker was slowing down. Cost us a win, if you guys remember. But here's my Twitter. It's at CapNationKyle. And you can also watch the show twice, as Mike said. You can always rewind. Rio C says, get on the premium plays today. Premium plays are set for a big day today. Yeah, rest in peace to the meat man. Vern, I don't have an opinion on that soccer game. The only soccer game that I bet was the whole city. I bet it first half, bet it on the money line, and I bet it on the spread. And I tried to bet it for more, and they wouldn't let me. That's the only thing that I bet. And I also bet in soccer, I live bet the Bosnia under 21 game. I bet it live over 4.5, which is probably be a loser with my luck. Mark S., any way to get the live bet? You see him on Twitter, but it's usually late. You need to hit the notification button to allow notifications on your phone for Twitter. That way when I do tweet, it pops up. But sometimes you might get a lot when I start going on my tweet storms on Twitter, watching the games. Bitcoin taking off. It's nearing 18,000. We've got liftoff, folks. 17,815. Can we push over 18K today? We might. Man, well, I don't know if I did or not. I don't have my email up, but I'll check after I get off the live show. Yeah, Scott, they put that horse down. Unfortunately, they had to put that horse down. That fucker was slowing down, then broke a leg. In fact, I'm not even logged into my email. I was logged into the company's. No problem, Mark. Manuel, I do see an email from you. There are attachments to it. So once I get off the live show, what happens is if you guys are taking advantage of the Bet Online promo, and first of all, I'll show you guys what you need to do if you're not on it. Okay? We're not allowed to talk about it too much. So move that over there. On our website here, of course, it wants a new browser, right? Of course. Let's see if it opens up quickly for us or not. So, the very front of our website, and if it doesn't, oh, there we go. The very front of our website, right here. Read that right there. All right, read this right in here. Read that right in there. Okay? It tells you exact step-by-step instructions on how to get 2 days of premium plays or 2 days of my personal plays absolutely free if you qualify. If you qualify. Ketchup, I never got back with you on your free premium plays. Send me another email. I email everybody. Sometimes I ask you for more questions because we need to know your account number and other stuff. Because it's a promo put on by them and us in conjunction, a collaboration. As they are a sponsor of the live show. So chances are I emailed you back and maybe you either didn't get it or it's in your spam folder or you didn't reply to it. All right, so back to this game. Big Advocate. It'll show you if it attached. If you got a bonus, it'll show you under your payment description if you entered in the promo code correctly. Nathan says, what, 18K? I'm not sure what he's talking about 18K, but... Mark, consensus picks, they're our smallest picks. They're far and few between. Mark Nations, why do books not allow you to have more than one account? Probably for limit, credit card processing, or whatever the case may be. You know? No different than the books in the casino. They don't allow you to have more than one player's account. You know? There's probably a lot of fraud that goes on with people using credit cards and stuff. That's probably why. So that's probably why. All right, so back to Akron and Kent State. You know, Kent State in their last game, they had that monster game against Bowling Green. The one fact that I didn't like is that they allowed Bowling Green to put up 24. Bowling Green put up 10 in the first quarter, 14 towards the end of the game. Obviously, the points at the end of the game, that's usually a given. You know, team out to a big lead, they pull the starters, and the reserves, the second and third stringers, will give up a touchdown or two towards the end of the game. In their other game, they had a very close game, close battle against Eastern Michigan. They ended up on the right side of it. They ended up winning 27-23. Eastern Michigan, after being down 20-9 in the first half, definitely poured it on in a very low-scoring MAC game, even though we saw 50 points in that one. Very spread out. As far as what to expect today against, you know, an Akron team that keeps getting beat. You know, I liked what I saw again with Akron against Ohio. Yeah, it was a very low-scoring game for MAC standards, 24-10. And in that game, what's crazy, obviously when Ohio had the ball, they got their points and they got them quick and they got them early. The fact in that game that I was impressed about Akron against Ohio, they were 7 of 16 on third downs. They actually completed 7 third downs. They had 20 first downs. They went for it on fourth down 3 times. They were 2 of 3. They put up yardage. They had 435 total yards, 218 in the air, 217 on the ground. Granted, you know, their quarterback was sacked 3 times. He threw 2 interceptions, but that's because Ohio had the pressure on him. No, Big Afro Kid, it's something, once you email me, it's something that I manually activate. Ketchup, yeah, you could try and resend the email. Absolutely. Akron only had 4 punts that entire game. You know, for a team that's 0-2 and keeps getting beat down, they only punted the ball 4 times, probably because of the 3 turnovers. You know, one fumble loss, 2 interceptions. The time of possession, they had over almost 10 minutes more with the ball on offense than Ohio, and they were playing from behind. What do I expect out of this game against Kent State? Obviously, Kent State's going to score points. I'm not necessarily liking laying the 27. They beat them 26-3 last year. It's very close. The total of 59, the verdict is still out on that one. The full game total on Akron is over 17 at plus 115. Isaiah, if we got premium plays yesterday, can we try the personal plays for the MAC? No, unfortunately, they don't allow switching. Because if you would have bought my plays and then you went to premium plays, I'm sure as hell not going to give the money you paid that goes to me to the company so you can get on premium plays. And when you buy premium plays, I don't make a penny off of the premium play sale. When you guys buy Guaranteed Saturday or the NFL Sunday play, you know, I don't make a penny off of that. Now, I get paid because they pay me here to be handsomely. When you guys buy one of my personal play packages, I make I make extra money on that as well. But as far as switching, they don't allow you to go from premium plays. There's too many customers. They could never do that. There's too many customers. I mean, I can tell you just since we've been live, there's been 87 orders because I'm looking at them. Just in the 2.5 hours that we've been live, there's been 87 orders just for the game of the week, or the game of the year, excuse me. So there's way too many customers on premium plays and my personal plays that they would switch. I just got your email. I don't know. That's the first email that I've got, Big Afro. So if you are part of the Bet Online promotion, email me everything again. Email me everything again about that promo. Injustice and make it 88. Mark, thank you for jumping on board 3 days of my plays again. Glad to have you back on board. Chuck, am I the lead capper? We're pretty damn equal. Nobody's the lead. There's no somebody's the top dog. The top dog's, the guys that own the company, ones that signed my paycheck. LT guaranteed Saturday will be 150. Eddie Sports Money, how much is the game of the year? $50. $50, just like all the game of the years. Anytime we do a game of the year, they're always $50. Now, as far as, the Kent State and Akron game, I try and find different avenues to be successful betting. And obviously, like the other game, I gave out, Bowling Green on a team total. I'm not sold on the Akron over 17. I'm not sold at all. They haven't had 17 points in a game this year. Okay? The fact that Bowling Green put up 24 is, I think, honestly why the books have that number at 17. I honestly believe that. I lean towards Akron's team total under 17. If you go and you look at what, Akron and Bowling Green did last year, Bowling Green smashed Akron last year. Okay? If you guys go and look, I think they put up 6 points, Akron did. D-Wade, you're just the only one who has a YouTube channel. This is actually the company's YouTube channel. It's not mine. YouTube was my pet project. The company's been around long before YouTube. The company that I work for, we're bigger than... What we do on YouTube is small. Very small. It's peanuts compared to the overall company. So, YouTube was my pet project. And we blew it up to over 10,000 subscribers. Adam, that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. You said that you, on the guaranteed Sunday play, you accidentally bet 500 on the first half. They gave the bet back and let you put it on the full game like you wanted. That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. But I'm the only one of the company that's on YouTube. Yes. Jay used to be on it. Jay used to do the videos before me. Jay stutters and gets nervous, and he didn't like doing them, so I said, fuck it, I'll do it. So, as far as this one goes, Akron's going to put up points. It's just a matter of how many. Akron puts up points today. I just don't know if I have enough faith in Akron to break their team total over 17. Somebody said Joe's teasing both games under. For Mac, I either take the over or I stay off. Mac and the under and me don't go hand in hand. Me and the Mac and an under, I can't even correlate those in the same sentence with a bet. If I do anything, I would rather take the over than the unders when it comes to the Mac. Not to say that every Mac game goes over. You guys saw that last week. Plenty of Mac games go under. Just a wild and crazy Mac. The lack of defense, and then 2 weeks later, boom, you get a super low-scoring game. Now, Kent State's first half, total points. Tito says, give a side play in the Kent State. Well, first of all, I don't have a side play just yet in that game. So if I was to give you one, I would just be making one up. Justice, I just saw your order come in. Thank you. Thanks, says you make this company. Thank you. At least the YouTube presence, I definitely do. LT, there's no guarantee on the game of the year. What am I going to wait till next year to give you a makeup? If they put a guarantee on it, they're going to charge $500. And then, fact, 95% of you don't buy it. The game of the year, just like every game of the year, is a one-off game. But I'd rather prefer talking about it winning than on the losing side. That's for sure. Because I don't plan on losing it. That's for sure. Just as, there we go, maybe 92 or 93. Probably. If not very close. If not very close. Robbie just got back from a Big Mac run. I'm going to have to get me one, that's for sure. So as far as this game goes, and the betting standpoints of it go, there are definitely some avenues. First score of the game will be a touchdown. I like it. The fact that it's minus 286, I don't like it that much. 3 straight scores by either team is minus 667. That's a big one right there. Wow. Team to score first, Kent State minus 333. Akron is plus 229. Longest touchdown, over and under 54.5 yards. The over is minus 152. Joe, would I tease Buffalo minus 25 and Kent State minus 21? I don't know. Matt, it's our college football game of the year tomorrow. There's only one sport going on, brother. College football game of the year. Any sports money, it's $50. How much money am I going to have on it? I don't know just yet. A lot. 20, 30, 40. A good chunk. I'll have it spread out. As soon as we post it, I'll start betting it. That's a fact. All right, so back to this one. I'm not completely sold on this game. On certain areas of it. There's something that I actually like. I think Kent State comes out and they score some points. I think they come out and they light the world up. Game against Bowling Green, they had 38 first half points. Only 24 in the second half. They had 38 in the first half. Against Eastern Michigan, they did most of their damage in the first half. They had 20 of their 27 points in the first half. Okay? How do you find a Portugal soccer game? For what? Watching it? I don't know. I don't know what your question is. How do you bet it? Maybe in your book. I don't know. Aaron says, if you want some... There's my brother, Aaron. Aaron, I'm assuming you're going to be making a drive to State Line. Says, if you want some reassurance, he hasn't lost one yet. That is a fact. We have never lost a game of the year, fight pick of the year, Big Afro, I will check. If I didn't, I will reply. Either way, you'll get a reply from me. If I need more information or I need something else, I will reply to you. We have never lost one yet, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't plan to lose one tomorrow, okay? I do not plan to lose tomorrow. We don't put one out just to fuck around. We don't put one out unless we're solid on one. Just put it that way, okay? Just put it that way. If we don't put one out, it's because we don't believe in it. If we put one out, by golly, we're going to hammer the snot out of it. Okay? We're going to absolutely hammer the snot out of it. So there's your reassurance. And remember, just because when I say hammer, if I lost $50,000 on a game, first of all, it would suck. Okay? If I lost $50K on a game, it would suck, but it wouldn't be the end of my bankroll. It wouldn't even put a dent in the bankroll. Would it hurt? Would it hurt? It would hurt for the day. My ass would pucker and I'd be really mad. All right? But if I lost, it's not killing my bankroll. It's not killing me betting or any of that nature. And it should never do to any of your guys's. So just for a full disclaimer, because remember, quarterback may break a leg. Some weird shit may happen. You have to be able to plan for that. Bosnia with the third goal. I told you we live bet it. We need one more. One more. Let's go, baby. So while I'm going to go huge on the game, shit can happen. You guys have to understand that. And the last thing that I ever want anybody to happen is I don't ever want anybody to get hurt betting the games. So always leave your guys' self room for error. Okay? While we're 100% on our game of the years, we've been lucky. We've never had a pitcher end up getting a torn rotator cuff. We've never had a soccer game go down when we had our soccer game of the year. We haven't had the college basketball game where the center or the point guard goes out. We haven't had a football game where the quarterback goes out. We do our research and we try and make sure that we eliminate as much risk as we can humanly possibly minimize, first of all, on any bet that we make, let alone a game of the year. When we put out a game of the year, we try and make it one of the safest bets that we can go absolutely huge on. Mark S., don't jinx it by... Not a chance. We try and minimize all the risk. But at the end of the day, shit can happen. And I'm not talking about jinxing it or anything like that because that's not possible. But I don't want, if something did happen on any game, I don't want anybody here to get hurt betting a game. That's what I don't want, okay? So always remember that. Always leave yourself something for the next day to get the get back. Okay? Moral of the story, shit can't happen. Is it going to happen tomorrow? Fuck no. We're winning. Dr. Frank says, I remember Jay was stuttering, the poor guy. Jay, yeah, when he made the videos. Jay gets nervous. Jay gets nervous. And again, if you want to get on board the game of the year, that's tomorrow. That is tomorrow. It'll be posted on the website more than likely later today. Here's a direct link to it. Takes you right to it. Oh, that's this one's for for premium plays or my personal plays, which will be great for today. But if you want the game of the year, you click on the guaranteed tab. All right, it's the only way to get it. It's $50. It's a special one-off game. Yes, exactly. Bet what you can afford. But are we losing tomorrow? Not a chance. I'm absolutely going to smack the snot out of a couple books tomorrow. And you guys are as well. All right, so as far as this game goes, because we keep talking about it and not getting anything out, there's something that I actually really like. There's something that I actually really like. And I'm taking a whole different approach to the game today between Akron and Kent State. Because sometimes you have to think out of the box to be successful doing what you do. Kent State's laying 15 in the first half. In order, and let's just assume Akron picks up one touchdown in the first half. Let's just assume Akron picks up one score in the first half. Okay? They got 7 points against Ohio. And they put up all 13 of their points in the first half against Western Michigan. So let's just say Akron comes out and they put up 7 points. In order for you to cover the 20, or what is it, cover the 15, they'd have to be up by 16, that's 23. But if Akron somehow picks up some other points, you really need a lot of points scored in the first half. Bob Smith, we were live yesterday for longer for one game. I know, holy shit, over 3 hours, 3.5 hours. But that's because we had a barbershop talk that was so off topic that it was insane. No, I'm not saying the under. I promise you I will never give you a MAC under game. I would rather stay away and not play it than give you guys a MAC under game. Wild and crazy shit goes on in the MAC. Now, while we may not lose this one, I think we do. Kent State in the first half, their team total over 23. Okay, their team total over 23. You need to bet it. Kent State's team total over 23 in the first half. Now, I'm not taking their full game total. Jeff D, thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm not taking the full game over. I didn't give out the full game over. I didn't give Kent State's team total for the full game over. Because Kent State has showed us that they come out in the first half, they light the world on fire, they put a shit ton of points up on the board, and then they coast in the second half. Just remember that. Valuable advice right there for later today at halftime. All right? For later today at halftime. So, around 9 p.m. Eastern time when you're wondering, should you bet Kent State over in the second half? Now, maybe it goes over, maybe it doesn't. Now, Mark, I do pick unders, but for the MAC, I can't. Me, the MAC, and the under, I just can't. I just can't. But I do give out unders. I prefer overs, though. I like overs. I think overs are more fun to bet. All right? I actually literally, you look at this timestamp, I just bet it while I was live with you guys. Because I give out, and I bet exactly what I give out. I will have more on this, but the limit is 1,000, so I got to wait. Sippies, make sure the bell's checked, okay? Make sure the bell's checked. Yeah, Ronald, we've been live for way too fucking long. You guys are killing me today. But I love it. Barbershop. We're the only sports service and the show on YouTube that will go live for 4 hours. and talk about air fryers, crypto, and all the other shit we talked about. Timothy says, just went up to minus 135. No thanks. Okay, no problem. I guess you've never bet a baseball game money line before, right? If you're opposed to betting a minus 135, then cool. By all means. By all means. Don't bet it. Don't bet it. By all means. Reaper Creeper, that's the first half. I bet the first half. I bet the first half. Sippy's Sports Show wants me to talk about Southern Miss. Well, we will talk about Southern Miss, okay? And I will break down their game, the very next game that they play for you. I will break down when the day that they go or that they're playing, and when we're live, I'll break it down. But they're playing UTSA this week. They're playing UTSA. Ooh, tough matchup. Southern Miss smashed them last year. Home dog, getting over a touchdown. Sign me up, brother. Sign me up. We might have an early lean right there on Southern Miss. 7.5 point home dog against a team they smashed last year. Perks my interest, Sippies. There we go. Chris Valentine says, FanDuel and DraftKings don't have first half totals. F me. Well, take some of your money out of there and go open up a BetOnline account. Mauricio, can you show the board one more time? Shit, we never put it up on the board. I guess we have to. Perfect time to show the board. Perfect time to show the board. Hold on. There we go. First half TT is team total. Over 23. All right. So, a little unorthodox MAC betting today for the MAC action. Remember, we'll have different plays for premium plays and my personal plays. Mauricio, you're very welcome. Thank you for all the support as well. To everybody, thank you for all the support as well. Timothy says, money management, just not my choice. Isn't that okay? Absolutely, Timothy. You know what the cool thing, and I thank you. I wish you luck on your bets as well. You know what the cool thing about this world is? You are free to fade me, follow me, or stay away. But no matter what, I will always root for your success as well as everybody's success. People don't want to lay 125. No problem. Don't lay 125. It's not a problem at all. It's not a problem at all. Justice says, scared money don't make money. Fact. James says, team total in my book is now 24.5. Should I still take it? For the first half, over 24.5 is a lot. Over 23, 3 touchdowns and a field goal. Over 24.5 is a lot in my opinion. Edward says, don't fade him. It's never profitable. Sometimes it is. Long term, it's not. Jeff D says, I got it 22K, right? Only that one guy. So there's that one. And again, guys, and Timothy, I don't care if you bet it or you don't bet it. Jeff, you got it 22.5? Even better, brother. Even better. Again. Chris Kennedy, BetOnline has Southern Miss +9. Ooh. Remind me tomorrow. All right? Remind me tomorrow When we go live tomorrow, we'll take a look at that Southern Miss game. Only if Sippy's shows up. Maybe we'll have an early bet on that one. Reaper Creeper says, FanDuel isn't doing first half team totals, only first half total. I would take some of your money out and go open up another book somewhere. I recommend Bet Online. And you could actually get, if you go on our website, right here, you can get 2 days of premium plays or 2 days of my personal plays free by reading those instructions. All right? Tim, you don't ever have to explain yourself to anybody, brother. You've been here for a very long time, and you being here is always much appreciated. To everybody that is on board premium plays, my personal plays, they'll be out here shortly. Yeah, we talked about Buffalo probably like 2 hours ago. Do I like the first half game total over 31.5? No, I like what I gave out. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. We've been live for way too flippin' long, but it's been a lot of fun. Renault says, Kyle, a lot of people talk shit but still tune in. When dude talks shit to you, that have issues, that have no backbones, right? Exactly. No, we know they tune in. They're here for the free money. Mark S., everybody that needs a Bet Online, I don't think it's IP blocked. I think it's address blocked. So go use an address offshore, or not offshore, in another state, a P.O. box, or a regular address in another state, and deposit by crypto. And yeah, we have the longest flippin' sports show in the world for sports betting, but we talk about so many different subjects. That's what makes it fun. All right, guys, so here's the schedule. Tomorrow's the company's college football game of the year. Thursday is my game of the week. Saturday, we have guaranteed Saturday, and Sunday, the big Sunday NFL play, which we're 9-1 on. Ron, you were praying that I did soccer? I did. Christopher Bayer asked if I liked Hull City, and I said I did. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot about that game, and I actually bet it live. So for everybody that wasn't paying attention or missed it, I actually gave out a soccer play incognito, and I'm not even taking credit for it and putting it up on the board. I even said I was betting the first half, the spread, and the money line. I mean, shit, that was 3 free plays. Jay, thanks. Glad to have you on board as well as everybody. All right, guys, I am out of here. If you're on my personal plays, stand by. Give me about an hour and you'll start having them. Premium plays will be up soon. All right, guys, good luck, everybody. Always bet within your means, okay? Always bet within your means. And we'll see you guys all live tomorrow. Good luck, everybody. Absolutely, Robbie. Thank you. Well, I'll be in touch shortly. Good luck, everybody. Dan, rewind for the Buffalo game.